Taking a group of still photos and turning them into a movie slideshow is very easy. In iMovie, we'll create a new movie, give it a very simple theme, and we'll call it Making a Slideshow. If you have the images already in iPhoto, simply browse to the event, double click, and then you can select all and simply drag them into the timeline. Then you can just click and drag and rearrange so that they're in the right order that you want them to be. I'll just delete them out. I'll show you the second way. Just as simple. Here's a folder on the desktop where all the same pictures are. I simply select all and drag them into the timeline. I can click and drag to reorder the images in the way that I want them. I'm now happy with the order that my images are in. Let's make some changes to how they're presented on the screen. The first thing we can look at is the zoom slider, which means we can zoom in or zoom out to show the level of detail we need to work with. Let's set it at a medium length. If I press the space bar, I can see I get a real-time preview. If I press it again, it pauses. Now let's double click on a clip to see what comes up in terms of adjustments. This is the one we're going to adjust, and we can change the color balancing, we can change the color hue, we can change the crop. So at this stage it's set to fit. We can change it to crop to fill, so we can change the cropping of it and move that around. Or we can choose the Ken Burns effect, which means it's got a starting point and an ending point. You can see this is the ending point and this is the starting point. So if I choose to start zoomed right in on the middle house and then choose to end zoomed right out on the whole laneway, I'll just apply that. It will look like this. So that's how to use the zooming effect. What I'd prefer to do is to just remove the cropping altogether in this instance. So I'm going to go into the crop tools and just choose fit. And I'll actually just do that for each one. The next thing I'd like to do is change the length of some of the slides. It's very easy. Just click to select, then hover your mouse over the ends and you'll see it changes to a double-sided arrow. You simply click and drag and you can make it longer or shorter. You'll notice that the length of the clip is indicated here in the corner. So let's make this a 2-second clip. Let's make this one a bit longer. Let's make this one a bit shorter and this one a bit shorter. And now we can have a look just by simply tapping the spacebar. As a finishing touch, you may want to add some transitions. Simply click on Transitions in the Content library and select your transition. I'll choose Cross Blur. Click and drag and drop it in the middle of the images. Very simple, just click and drag. You can choose a different transition for each. Now you can make changes to the transition just by double clicking it, and let's say we want to make it a bit shorter, 0.8, and apply to all. Let's have a look at how it looks. Tap the space bar. And now we've got a nice cross blur transition applied to all. Finally, I'm happy with how my slideshow looks. I'd like to export it as a movie. I hit share and then hit file. I can choose whether it's standard definition, large or high definition. In this case we'll choose standard and I can just hit next. It'll ask me where I'd like to save it. I'll just save it on my desktop. Click save, and up in the corner you can now see a progress circle. It's almost finished. Let's open it just to make sure it's playing okay. We'll hit play. Yep, that's fine. As another finishing touch, I can add a quick title and a little bit of music to my slideshow. It's very simple. To add a title, click on Titles and choose your title and simply drag it to the place where you'd like the title to be. You can type the title text in. These are the 2013 Wikimedia picks of the year. Let's have a look how it looks. I'd like to make it a bit shorter. Next, I'll take a bit of music. This is a bit of music from GarageBand, and I'll just simply drag it and drop it. You can see the little green arrow indicates where the music will start. I'll grab the end of it and shorten it to match the vision. Tap on the space bar. I'm happy with that, and I'll just choose share file, standard definition, hit next. It'll ask me where would I like to save it. I'll save it as another version, call it slideshow 1, save it on the desktop, hit save, and you can see the little progress circle will now show me as it starts to write the file.